So, Lynn,
Yes.
give us a lowdown on what's happened to Wanda since the launch in December.
Okay, so Helen, this, as aged as I may look, this is actually my debut novel. I've been a copywriter for 100 years. 100,000 headlines couldn't have been that difficult. So I published during COVID, which is the only thing I know because I've never published before. So I published into a literal black hole. We had a private launch where we ate and drank and were merry, and then the book went into exclusive books as recommended reads in December. But it was literally kind of like not a black hole, but it didn't have the traction that maybe it could have had people been able to go into stores, how book sales went and stuff like that. So having been in advertising and having an imagination that has gone sort of beyond the book, I started to work my social network feed and my personal feed and my friends and people from the industry. So I've kept it going. And Helen, my publicist, shout out to Helen. A lot of people have told me that a book gets a launch for 2 weeks, you get a publicist for 2 weeks, it goes out, it sells out, and it's over. And in fact, authors have been contacting me and saying, how are you doing this? Why are you doing this? And because I don't really know any better, and because COVID has changed everything, I'm using the digital realm and the real realm, if I can, to continue to amplify the book. So this isn't a launch, but it is the first in-person public space that we've been in for the last year and 3 months.
Exactly.
But with your help, so with the help of a publicist, a social media strategist, learning at my old age how the internet works, how amplification works, working Twitter, making new friends. I've met so many people through the social media who I've met in person. And I think I think it's a very slow burn. I think that it's a marathon, not a sprint, because I'm very impatient. You know, advertising is brief to broadcast in 3 weeks. But since it's been now 6.5 months, we're continuing to pitch to overseas co-publishers. I'm working on an audio book with my fairy godfather, notes from my fairy godfather, Stephen Fry. And so it will continue because the book isn't really time-based, because it's over 2,000 years of history. Kind of the history's already happened. And the last chapter in my book is actually set February 2020, which is when I kind of ended it, but that's when COVID kicked in. So there's no COVID, well, of course there were plagues throughout history, so she did kind of catch a cold once or twice. But it's an ongoing process, and for writers out there, it's an ongoing, never-ending process. Does that answer your question?